Among the Rice Fields by Lawrence Hope. Read for LibriVox.org by April Hill. She was fair as a passion flower, but little of love he knew. Her lucent eyes were like amber wine, and her eyelids stained with blue. He called them the gates of fair desire, and the lakes where beauty lay. But I looked into them once and saw the eyes of beasts of prey. He praised her teeth that were small and white as lilies upon his lawn, while I remembered a tiger's fangs that met in a speckled fawn. She had her way, a lover the more, and I had a friend the less. For long there was nothing to do but wait, and suffer his happiness. But now I shall choose the sharpest kriss, and nestle it in her breast. For dead he is drifting down to sea, and his own hand wrought his rest. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Anecdote of the Jar by Wallace Stevens. Read for LibriVox.org by Winston Tharp. I placed a jar in Tennessee, and round it was upon a hill. It made the slovenly wilderness surround that hill. The wilderness rose up to it, and sprawled around, no longer wild. The jar was round upon the ground, and tall, and of a port and air. It took dominion everywhere. The jar was gray and bare. It did not give of bird or bush, like nothing else in Tennessee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Arizona by John Gould Fletcher. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Reading by Matt Perard. Arizona. The windmills. The windmills, like great sunflowers of steel, lift themselves proudly over the straggling houses, and at their feet the deep blue-green alfalfa cuts the desert like the stroke of a sword. Yellow melon flowers crawl beneath the withered peach trees. A date palm throws its heavy fronds of steel against the scoured metallic sky. The houses, double-roofed for coolness, cower amid the manzanita scrub. A man with jingling spurs walks heavily out of a vine-bowered doorway, mounts his pony, rides away. The windmills stare at the sun. The yellow earth cracks and blisters. Everything is still. In the afternoon the wind takes dry waves of heat and tosses them, mingled with dust, up and down the streets, against the belfry with its green bells. And after sunset, when the sky becomes a green and orange fan, the windmills, like great sunflowers on dried stalks, stare hard at the sun they cannot follow. Turning, turning, forever turning, in the chill night wind that sweeps over the valley, with the shriek and the clank of the pumps groaning beneath them, and the choking gurgle of tepid water. Mexican Quarter. By an alley lined with tumble-down shacks, and street lamps askew, half sputtering, feebly glimmering on gutters choked with filth and dogs scratching their mangy backs, half-naked children are running about. Women puff cigarettes in black doorways. Crickets are crying. Men slouch sullenly into the shadows. Behind a hedge of cactus the smell of a dead horse mingles with the smell of tamales frying. And a girl in a black lace shawl sits in a rickety chair by the square of an unglazed window, and sees the explosion of the stars softly poised on a velvet sky.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?